Welcome back to What's Next Garage. Today we're going to have Brad introduce his vehicle and what we're doing. So what are we doing?
We got a 2015 Ford Explorer XLT, front brakes. I got 136,000 miles on the original pads and rotors. We've got new pads and rotors to unbox here in a second, but I got a heated shop, my best brother. Away we go.
All right, here we go.
And last night, well, I had it in for like just kind of a tune-up, and they said it had 4 mil left on the original.
When did you have it in for a tune-up?
Like last year or two.
Last year. What Brad's done is bought all OEM parts to put in, because the proof is in the pudding. He's owned it since new and has 134,000 miles on the brakes. I can't quite believe it. I've never seen it before. We're all going to witness it together. All right, let's get your stuff unboxed. Here you go. Don't cut your finger. It's a Swiss Army knife. Okay. There's no like rust proofing or anything on them. Wow, and they're very beefy. All right. So Molly coat grease, directions, pad replacement instructions for a 2016 Ford Explorer. Is that what this is?
2015.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's all the same. And we have some more grease, which I don't know what the orange grease is, but it's not edible. And you've never did the brakes on this thing?
All new to me as well.
Really? These are some big pads. I don't know, I can see some bits of metal flake in there. Let's do an underbody check of the Ford. All right. Wow. What year is this?
2015.
Wow. Dude, this looks freaking brand new.
Try to take care of it, I guess.
Yeah, you do. Dude, I really can't believe how good this engine looks. Right, there's no weeping, no leaking under any of this. Holy shit. All original?
Everything, yeah.
Wow, no leaking at the rear differential?
No.
Wow, dude, look at that, how nice it looks up there. Everything, there's not even a weep or nothing. I'm pretty fucking amazed. Oh, there's my 22. Look, I found my 22 millimeter. Gosh. First look, they don't look bad. Were they pulsing or anything?
No.
Wow, that even looks brand new. All right, let's see. We'll pull off these. Okay, I guess it looks pretty easy in there. The pins are really nice and smooth. Oh, that's where the orange grease is. See that? There's orange grease on the pins.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where they are. Ma had someone back into her.
Mom?
Yeah, someone backed into her. Okay. All right, there's our pads. And everything looks really good on there. We're going to be removing the carrier, but we'll just pull the pads out now. If we were only doing, wow, there is a lot of meat on these pads left. All right, there's your carrier. Okay, then we'll just drive this guy off. Look, bring this wheel back around and pull that. All right, so that's 134 130,000 miles stuck on there. Okay, so we need to go to a next level. There we go. All right, give them a little bit.
For the next guy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, your brush works good. That's a good idea.
You don't use the wire brush?
No, I just beat them in. This definitely goes.
I'll put on the pins.
This definitely goes on the pins for sure. So on the Subarus, I put the pins in one time, but the grease was too. I greased it. The air couldn't get away from the back side of the pin because it's such a good fit with the grease that it locked the brakes up and it wouldn't come undone. I was freaking out. Oh, that's Molly coat. Where do they want it?
Between the back of the shim and the pad, we'll put.
And we're putting the Molly coat M77 paste. All right, rock on. Noise shim. They call it a noise shim. So they even give you the layout of where they want you to put grease. And it's black grease, so you won't even know if you make a mistake. I guess if you want your brakes to last 134,000 miles, these are the steps you have to take. Just don't want any grease on the braking surface. So it looks like they have two different shims. One with the little chunkadoos.
One with the hole.
Yep.
The metal tabs there.
Yep, yep. Wow, okay, good.
Clean up the pins.
Yep, yep, yep. See, now this one, now they're different. So one is this and one is that. Oh, here, this might tell us. All right, lock pin L on the head, right? So it's got the rubber bushing and one doesn't. So we'll just keep reading and then find out which goes where, I betcha. It is important to replace the pins in the same position relative to the caliper. The upper or top pin on the bleed screw side of the caliper should be the pin marked L. So it tells us exactly, because if we look at the pins, we have two different pins. They call this I don't know, a rubber bushing. So there is actually orientations that they have to go, and it is in these directions. Or if you pay attention when you disassemble, you'll know where they go.
So the G doesn't have the rubber bushing.
Right, G, guide pin G and lock pin L. Yeah. So we'll figure out a little bit of grease in there for the keepers. I'll tell you what, if you get another 130,000 miles out of these brakes, it'll say a lot to OEM stuff versus aftermarket. Right. You know, and that's really what it'll tell you is that, okay, hey, look, you know, you may pay $400 for a brake change, but you won't have to do it in X amount of time. That's cool.
Jesus, how is this not rusted all this shit though?
Yeah, it is pretty unbelievable. Well, you know what? Like, it's exactly what you said. You take the car and you take it in and you get underbody flush, and you do all that work. All right, is this ready to go on?
Yeah. Like cool. Put the pads on after the fact?
Yeah, we'll put them on after the fact. It's easier. Plus, I got to compress this caliper too, so. All right, so the caliper to the knuckle, these bolts are 111 foot-pounds. Normally I just go tight is tight, but we're gonna do it factory, and that's it. This is my torque wrench from the railroad yard. So really, that's not that much. Mm-mm. This might work. Let's try my big channel X. And we'll just squeeze them together. Oh yeah, look at that. This works too. Inboard pad has the cutout. Okay, so we're working on getting this into this fit there. There we go. It started. There we go. So you just need to work it in right here. And then these clips appear to maybe help pull it back. I don't know what those are, but they're definitely not for making a scraping noise. Oh, the other ones were rusted off and broke, or just gone. So this has got to slide in, up there, good to go. And we'll do the outboard pad, and we'll do the same thing. So you can see how these are. There, that one went in nice. Good.
So is that just to help?
That's just to help retract it off of there.
Jesus.
This one doesn't spring back a little bit, but it's just got to get a little wore in. So we're using the orange. These actually had orange on the center piece. Next. We're just putting this one in the lower. Everything slides really nice. Slider pins get 57 foot-pounds of torque. So that does it for this side. We're just going to go over to the other side and do the same process. That's going to do it for this brake job on a 2015 Ford Explorer with 134,000 miles on it. All the aluminum, the lack of rust, everything looks really brand new underneath this vehicle, and it's a testament to how the owner takes care of it. Salt and winter driving really takes a toll on the vehicles, but if you really take care of it, underbody flush the vehicle. I don't know, how many times through the winter do you underbody?
Yeah, once or twice a month.
Seriously? So, and it shows. That's going to do it for this episode of What's Next Garage. Ford Explorer 2015 front brake job using OEM parts. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.